Man, we are set to go. Here is the kickoff. It was a worm burner by Trevor Fenn, and it is picked up by an up man, and he's got room to run over on the left. Can't tell who it is. He's going to get back to the Canandaigua 46-yard line, it looked like. And in on the tackle, I'm going to give that to Romel Rose and Joseph Sotomayor. And here we go. Brian Boldrin, the quarterback for Canandaigua. Looks like Brady Camella and Ryan Gavette in the backfield for the Braves. They use no huddle. They do not use the huddle. 11:54 left to go. 1st and 10 from their own 45-yard line. Here we go. Here is the snap, handoff, or I should say the pitch, goes to Gavette. He's going to get right to midfield. He's going to break his way into Arcadia territory before being brought down by Joseph Sotomayor, the linebacker, 5'9" senior, and that is good for 6 yards. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. Canandaigua at the Arcadia 49-yard line. We know Canandaigua has a good balance. Canandaigua usually likes to strike while the iron is hot, and they hand off to Gavette. He's going to get tackled. Oh, man, he is going to break away from the tackle, but he's going to lose a good 2-3 yards there, and that'll bring up, let's see what we got here, 3rd and I'd say a long 8. So good pursuit there. Nice job filling the hole on the run by Arcadia. Now, usually here, I got to be honest with you. Usually here we would see Brian Boldrin going long, trying to strike on the first play. We did not see that. We've seen 2 run plays here thus far. Here is man in motion. That's Jackson Grant. Roll out by Boldrin. He does have Grant downfield. Reception is good. He is going to get a 1st down, and he's going to go for about, I'd say, 15 yards. He's going to make it down to the Arcadia 37-yard line. 1st and 10, Canandaigua. 1st and 10 for Canandaigua. Frankie Mullen, you're listening. Get your butt up here and do color for me. You know what I'm saying? All right, I don't know if somebody looked at the door. I didn't know if they were knocking or not, but clock continues to run. Canandaigua set up on the right hash mark. Swing pass over to Jackson Grant. Looking for room to run. He's going downfield to Platten, and it's complete right at the 11-yard line. Swing pass option, great pass. I mean, that was a dime by Jackson Grant to Eric Platten, the Yale commit. Going to go play men's lacrosse for one of the top men's lacrosse programs in the country. 1st and goal for Canandaigua. 1st and goal from the 10 for the Braves. An absolute dime by Jackson Grant. He had to juke and jive to avoid getting tackled over there near the sideline. Here's the handoff to Camella right up the middle, and he's going to scamper, and he's going to get down to looks like about the 1-2 yard line. So Canandaigua looking to draw first blood here, as they have in every game thus far. Last time they won was the New York State semifinal game in 2019. 9:35. Certainly don't want to jinx them. We want to thank all of our sponsors. Also want to welcome everybody listening in on the Canandaigua YouTube page. And here's the run, and it's a touchdown, and it's good. It's good. So Canandaigua is going to draw first blood with 9:28 left to play. 55-yard drive. Brady Camella with the 1-yard run. 1-yard run. Number 22. Again, that caps off a 55-yard drive at 9:28. Here's Boldrin's hold. It's down. The kick is up, and it's good. So Platten knocks another one down, and Canandaigua takes over, draws first blood with 9:28 left to play here in the first. All right, so once again, capping off a nice balanced drive, a little bit of trickeration in the air, on the ground. Canandaigua drives 55 yards, draws first blood here on homecoming night, and leads Greece Arcadia 7-0 with 9:28 left to play. Capped off by a Brady Camella. What was that, 1 yard? He was at front of 1. I'll call it. You know what? I'll call it 2. We'll give him 2. We'll give them two, and here is the kickoff. It's going to be fielded right at the 16-yard line by Arcadia, and he's got room to run over on the right-hand side. And I'll tell you, he's into Canandaigua territory, and he's going to make it down to the Canandaigua 46-yard line. Man, that was a great run back there by Jaden Polk. Polk, a 6-foot senior. Tysheed Crockton in on the stop. And great field position for Arcadia from the Canandaigua 45-yard line. So just doing a little bit of housekeeping there. Here we go, our first look at Greece Arcadia. Brian Shinitsky, the quarterback for Arcadia. He's going to two-step drop, left-hand delivery, overthrows his intended receiver, who I believe was I don't know who it was. Number 4. Pass was intended for Latrell Rowe, not even in the neighborhood. But Shinitsky with the left hand, he's good. That. Listen, it might take a couple plays to shake it out, get rid of the adrenaline shakes. 9-17, 2nd and 10 from the 45-yard line for Arcadia. Shinitsky directing traffic. Canandaigua showing blitz, then backs up. Low on the carpet. Shinitsky's got to pick it up and run. He tucks and runs. He's actually going to pick up a yard. I don't know, forward progress. They might actually give him a couple. Keeps the clock winding, though. Yeah, they're going to give him a couple. It'll bring up 3rd and 8. 3rd and 8 with 9 minutes left to play.
Number 14, Brian Shapinski, keeps it himself. Tackle 5.
Shapinski. He's not even close, bro. He called him Shapinski. It's Shinitsky. Yeah, I think I'm going to get myself in trouble with that name at least once tonight. But anyway, here we go. 3rd and 8 for Arcadia in Canandaigua territory at their 43. Shinitsky, 3-step drop, feels the pressure, gets taken down from behind. Taken down from behind, trying to see who it is, and I think it was Ryan Gavette. Ryan Gavette is a great defender, one of the standout defenders here for Canandaigua and Section 5 as a whole. And that sack is going to throw him for about 4 yards and bring up 4th and 12 from the 47-yard line with 8:05 left to play here in the first. And Arcadia looking probably to punt. So listen, this is standard operational procedure for the Braves thus far this year, but it gets a little tough. Oh, they're going for it. I don't know. I think they're going to, I was going to say, somebody's going to call a timeout here or something. Maybe they try the hard count or something, because you do not want to give Canandaigua the ball on a turnover on downs near midfield. I mean, they can strike from anywhere at any time, like grease lightning, baby. They can strike. But listen, I'm going to step aside, raise a little bit of revenue. You're listening to Canandaigua Braves football here on the Canandaigua School District YouTube page and on Chosen Spot Radio. All right, anytime pest control. Here we come out of the timeout. Here he goes, and it is going to be a quick punt, land at the 11, and it's going to roll down, and it's going to get down, but not before it rolls into the Canandaigua end zone. So Canandaigua will start off at their own 20-yard line. Canandaigua Braves football here on Chosen Spot Radio. All right, fans, welcome back. I'm telling you, this game's moving along quick. Here is the handoff coming this way. Or I should say the keeper by Boldrin calls his own number, and he's going to come over here to the right-hand side, pick up the first down. He's going to scamper 12 yards, pick up the first, but brought down by Sotomayor. And, yes, it's the same name as the female justice on the Supreme Court of the United States. So that will be a first and 10 for Canandaigua from their own, looks like 33-yard line. Here's Boldrin looking to go down the left-hand side. He's got Jackson Grant looking for the flag. It isn't there. Good defense, good coverage by Romel Rose. On just a jet route right down the left side hash mark. Might have overthrown him just a little bit, but Boldrin, I'll tell you what, he's got good arm strength and he's got good touch. Marino-esque, if you ask me. A lot of quarterbacks can go long without touch, or they can, have touch without a lot of strength. Not Marino. Marino had it all, and I got to give that to Brian Bolger, and I think he has it all as well. He can run, he can throw hard, he can throw long. With touch, 7:21 left to go, 2nd and 10. Here goes the reverse over to Grant. He's got room to run around the left-hand side using his blockers. First down, pushed out of bounds, but not before breaking into, nope, they're going to call it right at midfield. They're going to call it right at midfield. Nice, about 17, 18-yard run there. I would give that a 17-yard run, for Jackson Grant. Jackson Grant, our last kicks on Maine player of the game. We've had 4 so far. Check them out on Maine. I'll tell you what, Greg, have you gone to kicks on Maine? I had the meatballs. I had the meatball kicks and balls, they call it. And I had those. They put it on a bed of garlic bread with a big old scoop of ricotta cheese. Oh, man, it was so good. We had the monkey bread, too. Oh, it looks like an offside as well. And they're going to tack that on the end, so it'll bring up 1st and 5 for Canandaigua. Arcadia cannot shoot themselves in the foot in that manner. 7-12 left to play. Bolden rolls right. Hits Platten a couple yards downfield. Platten sidesteps. He's going to break tackles, and he's going to take off and get down to about the 26, 27-yard line. Eric Platten breaks one off, and that's just good sidestep. Juke and jive. Gets it down to the 26-yard line. 1st and 10, Canandaigua. 7 minutes left to play. This is standard operational procedure. First half with the ones in, they almost score. They seem to score on every single possession. Sometimes lightning quick, sometimes just with nice drives. Here's Brady Camella with the two-hander. Good carry along the right-hand side. He's going to pick up a handful of yards. Clock continues to run. 6:36. Always do your best to be your best. And he almost gets a first down. He comes up just shorter, bring up 2nd and 1 from the 17-yard line. Big shout out to Greg Erlocker running the camera over here for the YouTube page for the Canandaigua Central School District. Eric Zimmerman, right? Eric Zimmerman doing it. What's Eric's last name? Not Eric Zimmerman. He owns The Office, right? Bolden rolls out to the left-hand side. Had Eric Platten on the cross route right out in the flat. Let's go. Harder, that's it. Yep. Eric Carter on the PA. Smitty, Mark, McNeil. What's Smitty? Mike, yeah, Mike Smith. Smitty, he was a year ahead of me, I believe, in Canandaigua. But 6:06 left to play. Canandaigua, 3rd and 1 from the 17. Here is Camella on the carry. He's got the first down and then some. And you are going to see what we just saw a lot from teams that Canandaigua plays, and that's tackling by the jersey. Because Camella, Gavette, everybody out of the backfield is so fast and so able to cut so quickly. You can't wrap them. You can't. So you just grab a jersey and hope that you have the hand strength to be able to take them down. Ball at the 10. 1st and goal, Canandaigua with 5:40 left to play. Boldrin, handoff to Gavette, left-hand side off the end. Oh, he got tripped up hard just as he got inside the 5. So it looks like they're going to mark him down at the Arcadia 4-yard line. So Canandaigua starting off at their own 20 on this drive. If anybody out there is listening, come on up to the press box. You can keep track. You can be a spotter for me. Keep track of how many plays each touchdown drive exists of. 2nd and touchdown from the 4. Here's Gavette up the middle, scampers, and he's in. Ryan Gavette with a 4-yard scamper is going to put Canandaigua up 13-0 with, where am I at here? With 5:07 left to play. Right there you go, fans. Family Chiropractic, or Countryside Family Chiropractic, appreciate their support. Capping off an 80-yard drive with a 4-yard run by Ryan Gavette. That'll be his 3rd rushing touchdown on the season. Just want to double check on that and make sure. His fourth. Here is the kickoff. It's going to be fielded right at the 16-yard line over there by Jaden Polk. And he's going to be brought down by a tribe of Canandaigua Braves. Let's see. Let's see where they are going to mark that. It looks like they're going to mark it right at the 35-yard line. Yep, so the Titans will set up shop at their own 30, what did I say, 35? Yep, 35-yard line. So unable to mount any offense whatsoever on their last possession. Let's see if Arcadia can move the ball. 5:01 left to play here in the first. Slot receiver set up. Here's Shinitsky. Handoff. Oh, brought down at the line of scrimmage, right at the line of scrimmage by Eric Platten. Deshaun McClellan on the run. And he's going to lose about 4 yards, so that should bring up about second and 14. So Eric Platten leads the way on that. I'll tell you what, this Canandaigua team, they are fired up coming into the game. If you let them get into bully mode, you are in trouble. Now, Canandaigua usually doesn't adopt that till they get a few touchdowns up, but homecoming in front of everybody, this place is packed and stacked. I mean, they've got the adrenaline flowing. So here is the pass by Shinitsky. He hits the man over on the right-hand side. Looks like it's going to be good for about 5 yards to Latrell Rowe. Now checking into the game, Anthony Vigneri, one of the sophomore call-ups. That'll bring up 3rd and 8 for the Titans from their own 37-yard line with 3:40 left to play here in the first. And I'll tell you, man, psychologically, Arcadia cannot afford to go 3 and out here. Shinitsky on the run, feeling the pressure. Platten is going to, he buries Shinitsky, but not before Shinitsky can let it get away. And I think the officials are talking about maybe an intentional grounding. They are gathered over there. I honestly cannot see any flags on the field. Greg, do you see? Yep, there's one. I see it. It's on the 30-yard line over by the digits. Yep, they're going to call intentional grounding, I believe. Nope, they're waving it off. They're going to wave it off. I'll tell you what, Greg, I've always said, I think if this game was a little closer, you may see a different outcome once those officials gather. But Canandaigua is I don't know. I don't want to besmirch any other teams or put Canandaigua over too much. They just are playing on a completely different plane here. Now, when they host Spencerport next week, that'll be the tough game. Spencerport beat East handily. Here is the punt. It's away. Back deep to receive Morgan, and it's going to be received by Jackson Grant over on the right-hand side. He's got room to run here on the near side. He breaks a tackle. He's gone up the sideline, breaks another tackle, and is finally brought down at the Arcadia 28-29 yard line. Nice tackle there by, I believe that was Neftali Torres. But Canandaigua with a great run back off of that punt. Grant, I would say 10, 20, 30, 40, at least 45 yards. At least. So, second straight possession, second straight punt. They're going to start off right at the Greece Arcadia 30-yard line. Now we've got a whistle. Looks like somebody is going to call timeout. So somebody burns a timeout there. It looks like, I'm going to say Greece. I think that was Arcadia burning their second. Then they finished the regular season against East. Here's Boldrin. Swing pass over the left-hand side to Elliot Morgan. He's got room to run, folks. He's going to scamper in. 30-yard touchdown pass. 30-yard touchdown pass with 3 minutes even left to play. 30-yard touchdown pass from Boldrin to Morgan. Here is the snap, the hold, the kick by, who is that, 34?
Jude York.
What's that?
Jude York.
Jude York. Yep, Jude York. 5'10", 155 sophomore. So York's, is he He's a JV kicker? Is he Devon's kid?
No.
Okay. Well, you got a story for me.
He almost kicked a 45-yarder.
He almost kicked a 45-yarder when?
JV game.
And nice. When, today?
No.
Oh, okay. Hit off the crossbar? Off the crossbar? All right, so Jude, no relation to Devin York, is the JV kicker, and Greg just told me he almost hit a 45-yarder, hit off the crossbar, and bounced the wrong way over there at the Sacred Acre, also known as Evans Field. So here we have it with 3 minutes left to go in the first. Same old song and dance here with Canandaigua up 21-0. Now, Drew Willamy, I can't give too much away. He won't be playing today. He was injured. So he will not be playing today. Here is the kickoff. It's going to be fielded right at the, well, not fumbled, but mishandled a little bit. Oh, he's got room to run on this side. He's got daylight. He's got daylight. Nicely run down from behind by number 23, Keegan Jackson. Tell you what, Deshaun McClellan. If Deshaun McClellan was just a little more fleet of foot, if he was able to hit that next gear, he would have been gone because there was nobody in front of him. Nobody in front of McClellan, and he would have paid the bill and checked out. But as it is, Keegan Jackson ran him down from behind. My son Nick Nitro did that one time against Lions, and I went and told him, you just gave yourself away, kid. He ran that kid down from about 30 yards away. It was unbelievable. The fastest I've ever seen that kid move. And, he gave himself away. Now he couldn't take any more plays off. But anyway, they're going to set up shop in real good field position at the Canandaigua 47-yard line. So Shinitsky over here on the left-hand side has a receiver, and that would be Marcus Moore. Marcus Moore with the catch, comes up a little bit short of the first down. It'll bring up 2nd and 4 with 2:47 left to play. He did come up a little hobbled. Now Arcadia is using the system where the quarterback runs over to the sideline and then runs back to bring the play in on the opposite hash mark. I'm not a sectionals champion coach or anything of that nature. I just would never use that. That just brings up too much attrition. Ball downfield, caught nicely by Romel Rose, but he was brought down with a little bit of attitude by Eric Platten and Elliot Morgan over there on the right-hand side. You do not want to be over in that territory. Eric Platten's a bad dude. He's a bad dude, man. He will defend the heck out of you with that long pole, I'll tell you that, in lacrosse. I'm looking forward to watching him play. Did you hear who Syracuse Men's Lax hired as a volunteer face-off coach? Yep. Oh, my God. I can't. T.D. Erlin. T.D. Erlin, that's right. T.D. Erlin, Victor product. That's one thing we're missing. Oh, and a nice pass right down the middle of the field. Still has his legs pumping. That was a nice pass to Deshaun McClellan. It's about a 25-yard pass play, but T.D. Erlin, I consider him to be the best face-off guy I've ever seen. I think he's the best face-off guy to ever play the game, to tell you. A lot of people think it was Trevor Baptiste. I don't think so. I think it was so now you got the guy widely recognized as the #1 men's lacrosse player of all time in Gary Gate as a head coach. And you got the greatest face-off guy in the business, as a coach. Shinitsky with the keeper off the play X and over on the right-hand side is going to pick up, I believe, he's going to pick up the first down. If he did, that should be 1st and goal for Arcadia. Moving the ball well, it does. It moves the chains, 1st and goal, Arcadia, from about the 7-yard line. So Arcadia moving the ball well here against Canandaigua with a $1:39 left to play in the first quarter. I tell you what, I believe there's only been one team able to score on Canandaigua in the first half, and that was Brockport. Eric Carter trying to. Oh, we've got trippers. Oh, and it was a man. Oh man! I'll tell you what. I think that's a fumble there. Let's see what the Let's see what the play is. Let's see. Oh, we've got a flag. Somebody saying the wrong thing or doing a little extracurricular activity in the scrum. And I'm waiting for a signal from one of the officials. What happened there is it looked like little miscommunication. The center snapped the ball, and Shinitsky was looking over at the side to try and get the play. Oh, I'll tell you what, Greece Arcadia very fortunate to retain possession on that. Greg, you saw it. Shinitsky wasn't even, wait a minute, what do we have here? Nope, they're talking about it, and it's Canandaigua ball. It is a fumble. The center just snapped the ball when Shinitsky and the running back weren't even looking at the ball. They were looking over at the sideline to get the signal from the coach. So Arcadia showing that they can move the ball against Canandaigua, then they shoot themselves in the foot and fumble it away. Oh, great field position at the 47. Few plays to get down inside the 10 and make it 1st and goal. And then the center. All right, so what it looked like it was holding against Arcadia. Or, no, personal foul maybe?
So
offsetting on the personal fouls. Okay, so what we have here, I think we have offsetting personal fouls. They're waved off, and I think it was a holding against Arcadia that Canandaigua. An illegal shift. Okay, I didn't see the hand signal. All right, so we're going with an illegal shift that Canandaigua declined, and then offsetting personal fouls, which I'm pretty sure they were getting. Huh?
dead ball right after.
Yeah, yes. A dead ball foul, they were getting into it in the scrum. I mean, a lot of big boys in the middle. Somebody said something, maybe, got a little too physical, a little too aggressive. But as it is, Canandaigua 1st and 10 from their own 7-yard line. It initially looked like, oh, here we go. Ryan Gavette on the right-hand side, room to run. He's only got to get through a couple guys, but he is going to get brought down at the Canandaigua 47, 48-yard line. Nice job running him down by, I'm going to go with number 28, Quentin Workman, and Deshaun McClellan. Canandaigua, big from the backfield. I'll tell you, from the 41-yard run for Ryan Gavette. And then look at that, Canandaigua doesn't get that Arcadia team an opportunity, that defense, to catch their breath. Here's the pitch to Gavette into Arcadia territory and pushed out of bounds around the 35-yard line. Canandaigua not giving that Arcadia defense an opportunity to either catch their breath or get set up. I'll tell you what, it's the first half, baby. Up until at least the first half, you got to keep your foot on the throat and keep going. You got to keep going. 1 minute left to play. Final minute of play here in the first quarter. Canandaigua moving the ball well. From the 39-yard line of Arcadia. Here's the reverse. Goes to Grant on the sweep. Coming back the other way. Room to run. Juking and jiving along the sideline. Carrying bodies. And we have a flag. We do have a flag from behind. Now, sometimes that'll be a hold. If it's a hold, hopefully it'll be a spot foul. But as it is, it stops the clock at 42.1. It is going to go against Canandaigua. I missed the signal. But I think it's going to be a spot foul. He got down inside the red zone to the 15. 42.1 left to play. Canandaigua looks like they're going to burn a timeout. Somebody's burning a timeout. It's going to push him back to the 25-yard line. All right, Greg, do you know what the call was? Did you see it?
No, I didn't.
I don't think they signaled what the call was.
It's like a block in the back when the guy starts slowing.
I was going to say, and usually when it's from behind, it's either some kind of hold or a block to the back. We're going to go with a block to the back. It puts Canandaigua at the 25. So at the end of the first, Canandaigua leading. Oh, no, we still got 42.1. What am I talking about? We're in a timeout. Come on, Spazman. Get your act together. 42.1 left to play. 1st and 10 for Canandaigua from the Arcadia 25-yard line, leading 21-0. Boldrin in the gun. Looking for the swing pass, not there. Good coverage. He's going to run off the left end. He's going to pick up about 4 yards. Clock will continue to run now, down to 30 seconds. Boldrin, I'll tell you what, he's mobile. He can move. And looks like, oh, nope, I was going to say. And we've got the sound over here in the bleachers, and they're just going to let that wind out. So at the end of the first, Canandaigua leading 21-0. I'm going to step aside, raise a little bit of revenue. You are listening to Canandaigua Braves football here on the station for Braves Nation. Arcadia, they were moving the ball well, had it down inside the 10, then shot themselves in the foot. Boldrin rolls out left, looking downfield. Has Elliott Morgan, and Elliott Morgan is going to scamper in for 20 yards. 20-yard touchdown. 20-yard touchdown for Canandaigua. All right, here we go. Here is Platten on the kickoff. It is going to dribble down, picked up by Arcadia at the 3-yard line. Trying to find room to run, trying to find a seam up the middle. Tysheed Crockton and everybody and their mother in on that tackle. Everybody in on that tackle, man. Sam Men in there leading the way. Last one to get out of the pile gets the shout out. I'm going to give that to number 28, Dominic Galasi, 5'11", 154, sophomore. And I could be wrong, but I believe his father, doesn't his father run Roy's in Canada, in Shortsville? Yeah, right? Roy's is it? Wait, which one's in Canandaigua? Ray's or Roy's? Ray's. So Roy's is in Shortsville. Yes, corner of 96 and 21. Yeah, yep. All right. So here we go. Canandaigua leading 28-0. The Greece Arcadia Titans will start off at their own 26-yard line. Handoff off to the right-hand side. Looks like it's going to be good for about, I'll call it 3 yards on the carry. Looks like that was Deshaun McClellan on the carry. 11:20 left to play now here in the first half. Second and I'm gonna call that a 4-yard pickup and 2nd and 6. Shinitsky feeling the pressure on every single down. Swing pass over to the left-hand side. And that was a swing pass over there to Ramel Rose. And Rose felt Elliott Morgan coming. He heard footsteps. He knew Morgan and Grant and that whole right side dealt 40. Everybody was coming over on that swing pass. And he just took his eye off the ball. I think he was more worried about not getting wrecked and trying to take off before the ball was anywhere near his hands. And we know that does not work out well. Baker football players and cheerleaders littering the grounds. They are everywhere. There's people in the stands on both ends, the student section over here on the north end. And, all right, what'd I miss?
Incomplete pass.
An incomplete pass. I was, my bad, fans. My bad. I was checking out the student section and all the bodies. Incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. 4th and 6, though. Another punt, and Shinitsky is going to set up. So punt, fumble, and punt. 10:57 left to play, and Canandaigua has been able to capitalize on every single opportunity that they've had, and that's standard operational procedure. Shinitsky, left hand pass, right hand punt, and it does have a lot of air. Boy, that was dangerous. That was dangerous for Platten. He was in amongst a lot of Arcadia Titans when he fair caught that, and he's going to get it at the 42-yard line. So Canandaigua with fairly good field position at their own 42-yard line. So Canandaigua from the 42, 2-yard run, 4-yard run, 30-yard pass, 20-yard pass. Both passes to Elliott Morgan, his 3rd and 4th of the season. 10:50 left to play. Canandaigua in the gun, in the spread, as always. Feeling a lot of pressure, but here's the screen pass. Screen pass is going to get back to the line of scrimmage. I believe that was Brady Camella. Brady Camella on the catch off the screen. Younger brother of Domcom, the Dominator. Originally committed to go play football at U of R, and then realized he wanted to play men's lacrosse more, and he's now at RIT. Go Tigers. Oh, offside over on the left-hand side. Boldrin with the hard count is going to compel Deshaun Ards to jump offside, and that's going to give Canandaigua 5 more yards. 5 free yards to this just vaunted, staunch offense. Canandaigua owning the line right now. Now 2nd and 3 from their own 49. Boldrin, swing pass over to the right-hand side, hits Eric Platten. He avoids a tackle. He's going to get down to just about the 30-yard line of Arcadia. So about a 21-yard pass play there from Boldrin to Platten on the right-hand side, and he did that in traffic. There was a lot of traffic over there, Greg. A lot of traffic over there for him to thread the needle and be able to drop that in. Now, Greg, who's that gentleman in the wheelchair down there? On this Canandaigua sideline in the wheelchair? Who is that? You don't know who it is? Okay, all right. All right, here is the handoff. I believe. Nope, no handoff. Keeper, Boldrin, right-hand side. Like Arcadia's thinking, great, we got to worry about their run game, their pass game. Now we got to worry about the quarterback being able to run. Let's see if I can tell you how many yards Boldrin had rushing coming into today. He only had 5 carries for 17 yards. But he's going to pick up 6 on that one, and it's going to make it 2nd and 4 from the 24-yard line. Very, very stout Boldrin. 3-step drop, swing pass, Jackson Grant over here on the left-hand side. Looking for room to run, and nice job. Didn't have a whole lot of blocking. Where he got that was not right in the flat. Wasn't able to utilize a whole lot of blocking. Nice job on the defense there by Seth Tape. Seth Tape, the defensive player. I called him offensive player from Section 5, Class A2. He's defensive player of the week, Seth Tape. Some action going on today in Class A2 across Section 5. We'll talk about that at halftime. We'll talk about some other random notes as well. 8:20, Boldrin, handoff to Camella. Right up the middle, off the left-hand side. He's going to scamper down, and he's going to get in. 20-yard touchdown drive for Canandaigua. 20-yard touchdown drive, capping off a 58-yard touchdown drive for Canandaigua. All right, here is the PAT by Jude York. Boldrin's hold. York puts it up, and it's good. York knocks down another one. So with 8:16 left to play, Canandaigua now leads Arcadia 35-0. I believe they got 14 on them in the first half. But 8:16 left to play. Here's Platten. Nice line drive. Fielded it to 5. Not cleanly, but it takes a very fortuitous bounce. And it comes back up, and he's got room to run over on the left-hand side. McClellan is going to make it back up to about the 40-yard line. Looks like they're going to mark it at the Arcadia 41-yard line. So last one to come out of the pile, I'm going to give Jaden Winkler, 5'7", 137 junior, the nod there. So with 8:04 left to play in the first half, Arcadia will set up shop 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
36 yards.
All right, here we go. Eric Carter, the guy on the PA. Everybody on the sideline with their lids on, ready to go in at a moment's notice. Here is Shinitsky, keeper, left-hand side, scampers, good for about 5, maybe 6-yard line, or 6 yards, I should say, before being forced out of bounds. Can't quite tell who it was. I know Brady Camella was in the neighborhood. Jackson Grant was over there as well. So it looks like he's going to pick up a fin, which is an old school. You know what a fin is, right? That's it. No, a sawbuck is 10. A fin is 5. A fin is 5. Sawbuck is 10. Come on, man. You've been 7:25 left to play. Uh-oh. Trip receivers here on the near side. And Shinitsky is going to have to run with it. Great coverage downfield. He's going to pick up a couple yards, and looks like there's a flag on the play. That might be a late hit. I'm not sure. Could be a late hit. Officials talking about it. It's definitely against Canandaigua. Yep, it's going to be a late hit against Canandaigua, it looked like. Is that what you got out of that?
Yeah, maybe to the head.
He went in. They might have called it targeting. It was a little late because he whoever it was from Canandaigua, he went in deep, and they are rattling off 15 yards. So that's going to put Arcadia in Canandaigua territory at the 41.
Horse collar.
Well, horse collar, they're calling it. Okay, horse collar. 7 minutes left to play here in the first half. Can't do that. Can't grab the shoulder pads from behind and then yank down. You just simply can't do it. And I'm okay with that. A lot of people go, oh, let them play. No, you got to protect the players, unless you're Tom Brady. 6:40 left to play. You're a Bills guy, right, Greg? Oh, yeah. All right, so on the run, McClellan, juking, jiving, zigging, zagging, still on his feet before being brought down over on the left-hand side along the left hash marks by Elliot Morgan. Elliot Morgan took him down as if to say, all right, that's enough of that. Because, I mean, that dude was zigging and zagging. He was going all over the place. But forward momentum, forward progress is going to give him 4 yards. So it's going to bring up 2nd and 6 from the Canandaigua 37-yard line. Now, we have seen that Arcadia can move the ball, and we got a flag. And that thing was tossed up high, had a lot of air in it, and I think somebody might have said the magic word. From what I see right now, there's some jawing going on down there. Number 64 is walking off the field. I think 64 may have just been given a little early vacation from the rest of the game. He is staying in, though. It looks like he's going to stay in. It looked like 64 for Arcadia, and I saw that, what game did I do? Red Jacket Pembroke. And they are walking it off against Pembroke. So I'm going to just say that's probably unsportsmanlike conduct. I'm going to say somebody said something, and I'm going to guess it was 64 because he's the one. That's Christopher Kulke, and he actually looked like he was heading off the field, so I thought there might have been a disqualification there, but it does not appear to be as such because it does look like so that forward progress that they had on their 15-yard penalty just negated big time right there. Here comes the ball this way with Rose, and great pursuit by Canandaigua. Brady Camella had him up top, and Elliot Morgan as well as Tysheed Crockton. You've heard Greg Herbst when he was doing play-by-play, who he is here, by the way. I saw him. He got here late. Maybe Brockport had a game. Did Brockport have a game, Brockport College? His son, Nick. I'm just picking on him. I'm just saying. Greg Herbst used to talk about caging the runner. You want him in a cage. You want one in front, behind, and on each side. You don't want that runner to be able to escape. 3rd and 20 from their own 49. Shinitsky, 3-step drop, looking for an over-the-shoulder. Downfield, it's up, and it is. Oh, it's going to be picked off by, I believe, Elliot Morgan, but an official right on the play is going to say that Morgan came down with his feet, at least one of them, out of bounds. But that incomplete pass will stop the clock at 5:47. The intended receiver was Latrell Rowe. Morgan coming from the other side, able to get inside. And I believe that was that Crockton on the cover over here, the cornerback over here on the side, had him from behind. But Morgan did bring it in, but he didn't bring it in cleanly because when he came down, he is OOB, out of bounds. So another possession, another punt for Arcadia with 5:47 left to play. And here is Shinitsky, plenty of time. Nice line drive, and it's going to land at the 25, but it's going to take a Canandaigua bounce and come back to the 30. Eric Platten just, let it hang out, watched it. It hit at the 25, took a 5-yard bounce before being downed by Alessandro Cedeno. How about those Yankees, dude? Huh? Magic number 1, I believe, right? If they win out, though, if they can beat the Rays both games at Yankee Stadium, they will host the wild card game on Tuesday. So another possession, another punt for the Arcadia Titans. Canandaigua. What's that?
I'm not a big Yankees guy.
No? What's your team? I thought so. Oh, and Boldrin just overthrew Jackson Grant. Jackson Grant on the jet route right up along the right side hash marks had his dude beat by steps, and Boldrin just overthrew him just off the fingertips. And I'll tell you what, Boldrin is the first one to whack himself upside the head. It's all right, Brian. It's all right, baby. 5:35 left to play here in the first. Well, the first half, I should say, that is. Looks like somebody, I think, is going to call a TO. Somebody calls a timeout, and it's Canandaigua. So Canandaigua burns one. They have one left, I believe. 5:35 left to play. I'm going to step aside, raise a little bit of revenue. Canandaigua Braves football brought to you by Anytime Pest Control right here on the station for Braves Nation, the home for high school sports. All right, welcome back in, fans. Canandaigua Braves football here on Chosen Spot Radio, the station for Braves Nation, leading 35-0 with 5:35 left to play in the first half. Jackson Grant in motion, play action. Boldrin on the keeper, room to run up the left-hand side. He's got one man to beat, and that's Elliott Morgan, by the way, and he is going to do it. 70-yard touchdown run. No, 80-yard. 80-yard touchdown run by Elliott Morgan. Here is Jude York's extra PAT. It's up, and it is through. So with 5:24 left to play here in the first half, Canandaigua now leads 42-0 over Greece Arcadia. In the first half, I'll check that out, and I'll give that information to you. But here comes Platten. Morgan just had room to run around the left-hand side, and he was gone. He turned on the afterburners, and he checked out. Here is McClellan on the run back. He gets it back up to about the Greece Arcadia 37. So Greece Arcadia will set up shop 1st and 10 from their own 37-yard line.
Hey, this is Todd Allen with Eagle Insurance. You're listening to Chosen Spot Radio.
5:16 left to play. Canandaigua touchdown on every possession. Greece Arcadia punt or turnover on every possession. And a little slow to come out, but as I said, starting off at their own 37-yard line. And again, Jude York, 6 for 6 on extra point PAT, baby. 5:16 left to play. 1st and 10 from their own 37. Here is Shinitsky. Handoff. Wow, right through. I mean, immediately met by Tyler DeRue.
Number 78, Tyler.
He's a big boy, 6'4", 211, sophomore. They're all big in that DeRue family, though. They're all big, dude.
Actually, Devin, the middle brother, is a skinny dude.
Is he?
Yeah, he's not that big.
Okay, all right. Well,
The bookends.
they bookend the middle brother.
Yeah, Devin's
Where's the other one playing? St. Lawrence? Yeah, St. Lawrence. What's his first name? Nate. Yep, Big Nate. That's right. I can't remember if I called them Big Truck or Big Rig. But handoff to the left-hand side for Arcadia. He's got room to run. He's got one guy to beat. And he can't beat him. He gets brought out of bounds. Nice job on the defense there by number 23, Keegan Jackson. Unfortunately for Arcadia, the one guy he had to beat was Keegan Jackson. That was a great run, though. Great run by McClellan, Deshaun McClellan, over the left-hand side. Man, he checked out. Whew. But Keegan Jackson ran him down and is going to push him out of bounds at the Canandaigua 38. So 1st and 10 for Arcadia from the Canandaigua 38 with 4:25 left to play, and Canandaigua up handily here. Twin receivers on both sides for Arcadia. Shinitsky, three-step drop, left hand, going downfield, has a man and is just going to overthrow his intended receiver. Jackson Grant on the coverage for Canandaigua, and it looked like his intended receiver was Marcus Moore.
Number 7, Marcus Moore.
Clock stopped at exactly 4:20. 4:20 left to play here in the first half. Canandaigua up handily. 2nd and 10 from the 38. I'll tell you, that wasn't a bad delivered ball either. Shinitsky with the quick three-step drop, that left-hand delivery. I've always been partial to left-handers in just about anything. I've always liked watching left-handed quarterbacks, but Marino was the man. Oh, and a nice try. Threw it behind his intended receiver, Ramel Rose. He had Rose down inside the red zone. Just threw it behind him a little bit. If that was on the money, they'd be well inside the red zone, if not a little farther, if Rose would have been able to break that tackle. All right, so who do we have? We have, looks like number 11 setting up. That's Mason Lloyd, 6'3", 137, sophomore. A lot of underclass came up to get dressed, and I'll tell you what, Coach Welch is giving them time. He's giving them play time, but that's one way of calling off the dogs when you've got a game in hand like this. Here is Shinitsky again with the three-step drop, extends the pocket to the left-hand side, goes downfield, has a man. Let's see if they're going to call it. Nope, he was out of bounds. They're going to call Rose out of bounds, and Rose wants that play back. Rose is not happy with that call, but the ref was right on it. He was 5 yards away from it. And unfortunately, I have never, as I've said before, I have never, ever seen an official change a call because a player didn't like it. How about you, Greg? You ever seen a ref go, you know what? You know what, player, you're right. I was wrong. Never seen it. Never seen it once. 4:06 left to play here in the first half. Canandaigua up big. 4th and 10 from the 38. And it's a quick kick. Quick kick by Shinitsky, and it's going to land and roll down into the end zone. So, unfortunately, it landed nicely around the 5-6 yard line, but unfortunately for Arcadia, they didn't have any coverage down there to be able to, to down it. So, as it is, Canandaigua will set up shop 1st and 10 from their own 20 with just under 4 minutes left to play. Homecoming 2021, Canandaigua up handily. Now, Boldrin still in at quarterback. Handoff to the right-hand side. Looks like it's going to be good for a yard or two. So Canandaigua now going with what looks like to be just a little bit of ground and pound here. Dom Galassi on the carry. He's going to pick up 2 yards. It'll bring up 2nd and 8. 3:36. Now 3:30 left to play here in the first half. Again, Canandaigua, pretty much same spread formation. Elliott Morgan out wide on the far side, on the right side. Jackson Grant out wide here along the numbers on the near side, on the left. Galassi single setback. No, he had a couple. Didn't see the other one over there on the other side. Here's the handoff to Galassi. He's going to pick up another couple yards. The tackle, Xavier Smith. Looks like it's going to be 3rd and a long 2 here with 2:45 left to play left here in the first half. Canandaigua with a very well-balanced attack. I'll tell you what, Greg, I think that's going to be a great game here next week against Spencerport. I'm glad they're able to play that here. For one, for me, that's enemy territory up there in Spencerport. Greg with a knowing laugh. And then look at this, Galassi with a great run all the way up to the Arcadia 48-yard line. Man, I'll tell you what, had great blocking out in front of him, and I'll tell you, I don't think the blockers and offensive or defensive linemen ever get enough love. But they certainly do for me. That's for sure. But that's going to bring up 1st and 10 with 2:05 left to play. Big run there by Galassi. Galassi What are his numbers here? 5'11", 154, sophomore. He ran like he was about 6'6", 320. Carrying Arcadia Titans with him into Arcadia territory. So it's 1st and 10 at the Titans 48-yard line. Here's Boldrin. Boldrin with the handoff on the counter. Ball on the ground. Ball on the ground, and Boldrin is going to run it down. So Brian Boldrin, I'll tell you what, Boldrin saw that mesh point. That mesh did not happen. It just wasn't there. The handoff wasn't clean. Glacy, and he also got wrapped up very quickly. So a good job by Arcadia to bust through that line as quickly as they did. Boldrin immediately saw that. Ball landed, got kicked out. Boldrin was able to recover it, but not until... or not before losing, 7 yards. So it's 2nd and 17 now from the 45 of Canandaigua. Final minute of play, 55 seconds. See if Canandaigua, what they're going to do here. They're going to hand off to Glacy. And Glacy's going to be met behind the line of scrimmage. He's met there by Rose as well as Sotomayor. 35 seconds left to play here in the first half. And I do not see Billy Green reporting up here at all. So if there's anybody who wants to come up here and be interviewed for halftime, if you're listening, come on up, man, especially if you were one of the Canandaigua Athletics Hall of Fame inductees from last night. thing, and you're like, oh man, what do I ask next? And then, you just let it flow. Here is Shinitsky. He tries to hit Rose over here in the flat at the 45. It would have been a first down, but Rose just couldn't handle it. And I think he felt the pressure. And as a receiver, your first thought has to be catch the ball, because you can't do anything unless you possess it. Plain and simple. Yes, you're going to get wrecked. You might, who knows? But your first act has to be to catch the ball. So that's going to bring up fourth down. Canandaigua. Arcadia unable to move the chains. It'll bring up 4th and 2. 10:25 left to play here in the third quarter. Shinitsky, the punter, has to pick it up off the ground. Nice right foot boot. And it is going to be fair caught there by, I believe, Jackson Grant right at the 31-yard line of Canandaigua. Canandaigua will so another possessione for Greece Arcadia and another punt. Let's see what we had. Not to throw them under the bus, but I got to paint a picture. Punt, fumble, punt. And Canandaigua has scored on every single possession that they've had thus far. So let's go. Let's do this. Hall of Fame homecoming. Canandaigua looking to improve to 5-0. Sweep the Greece teams. 10:19 left to play. Galassi in at quarterback. Handoff to number 17, Lucas Del Forte. Del Forte keeps those legs pumping. He's going to pick up, looks like 5 yards, 2nd and 5 for Canandaigua from the 36-yard line of the Braves. Man out wide here, number 2-4. That is, that's one of, is that the, who's the one, that's Jude York, 24?
So.
No, Jude York is 34. This is 24. Who is the one? Tenori. I think they said there's one player that's not on the roster, and I don't have him, and it's a Tenori. So there you go. Jason Tenori, Finger Lakes Dental Care, one of our very first ever sponsors here. Before we became Chosen Spot Radio, Del Forte with the handoff is going to pick up first down yardage, and he's going to come up just short of midfield. They're going to mark it right at the 50. So Canandaigua, their twos are going to own that line just as well as their ones. And let's see who we got coming off over here. Number 3, that's Jaden Winkler. Wide out here on the near side, wearing Casey Harrod's old number 3. Bobby Chavez from MPN stalking the sidelines like he always does. Bobby Chavez always looks like he's either coming out of the woods or about to go into the woods. Doesn't he? Look at him. He always looks like he's got a rod and reel in the trunk, and he's going to hit the lake as soon as the game's over. Here's Del Forte. Nice job escaping the shirt tackle. He just keeps those legs pumping, and he's going to get down to the Arcadia 35-yard line. So a 20-yard run there for Lucas Del Forte. Let's see what his numbers are. And 6'1", 142 sophomore. So Canandaigua, depth is not a problem. They lost a lot last season. But they still have a lot to work with, man. Depth is not an issue for this. Oh, who do we have? Who's that? 53. Who's 53? There's another one I don't have. 53. I don't have another one. He's not on the roster. Don't know who he is. In it back. And Luke Del Forte, he's gone this time. He's going to break a couple tackles, and he's going to have a 35-yard touchdown run. Lucas Del Forte, 35-yard touchdown run for Canandaigua. What's that? So is that, that's Platinum for the PAT. No good off the left upright. That's the first extra point miss on the night. All right, so with 7:46 left to play, the score now Canandaigua 48-0. Let's get that bagel off the board here, Arcadia. Come on now. Short hop for Deshaun McClellan. He's going to pick it up. And Del Forte can't touch him. Oh, if he was able to break that tackle, he would have had one man to beat. It would have been him and Eric Platten one-on-one. And I think Platten would have won that because Platten is a great defender. He is a great defender, whether you're talking lacrosse, whether you're talking football. And I've said this before, fans, and Greg, I'm pretty sure you've heard me say this. You have to have a special mindset to play defense because defense doesn't get the glory. You know what defense gets? They get to rob other people of the glory of scoring. Scoring is glorious. Everybody knows scoring. Everybody loves it. Hey, yeah, I love to watch. The defender likes to take that away from people. They rob offensive players of that glory, and I like that. So here it is, 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line. Bang, bang from the 25. Handoff is going to go over to the right-hand side, and it's good for a first down. So good for a first down, 17-yard run there for Arcadia. And look, they're feeling it. They're getting pumped up. They know. They know. They just came off a nice run. Now they're going to, Shinitsky, the mess isn't there, but a very fortuitous one bounce right back into his hands, and he does make it back to the original line of scrimmage. Now, how often do you hear fortuitous in a sports broadcast? That's right, man. That's right. I am the second coming of Howard Cosell. 6:50 left to play. Greg, I know you used to watch Howard Cosell, man. You know, all the. Oh, yeah. I'll tell you, man, everybody used to idolize all the players. I loved the announcers, man. I loved watching the announcers. And I've said it before. My dad used to say, you talk a lot but never say anything, and here I am getting paid to talk. So I win that one, Pop. 6:25 left to play here in the third quarter. Canandaigua up handily. The Arcadia Titans moving the ball, trying to get that bagel off the board. Man, wide open here in the flat on the near side. He's going to get down to the 40-yard line. Nice pass play to Marcus Moore.
Pressure on the play by number 60.
It's about a 25, 30-yard pass play. Nice job of getting rid of it. Yeah, Dom Johnson, 6'3", 250 junior, putting a little bit of pressure on Shinitsky, but Shinitsky into Canandaigua territory at the Canandaigua 35 with 5:55 left to play here in the third. Shinitsky with the handoff to Rose. Rose is going to pick up a couple 3 yards. Brought down on the tackle by number 24, who I believe is Tanuri. 53, that's the other one, and I don't have a 53 either.
Oh, Depew's 53.
That's right. Depew is on defense 53. That's right. I had that written down on my list. Mason Depew, 53. That's right. 32 on offense, 53 on defense. Shinitsky airing it out, and it's a beautiful over-the-shoulder pass with 5:09 left to play. A 33-yard pass play from Shinitsky to Marcus Moore. 33 yards, caps off a 75-yard drive, 33-yard pass. You could just tell that the Arcadia Titans were feeling that drive. They were feeling it. Well, they capped off a 75-yarder. All right, here is the PAT by Shinitsky. The extra point attempt. Here's the hold. It's down, and that is way right. Way right. I mean, that was dude, who I can't believe I'm having a brain fart again. Who's the Buffalo kicker wide right? Norwood, Scott Norwood. That was even more wide right than Scott Norwood. Anyway, with 5:09 left to play, Greece Arcadia caps off a 75-yard touchdown drive. Canandaigua dominates the first half with their starters. Then they go for a little depth. And the starters from the other team are able to knock down a goal or two. Here it is. And Brady Camella is going to field it right about the 9-yard line and then touch it down right at the 10 with a knee. So Canandaigua will start deep in their own territory at their own 10-yard line with 5:08 left to play in the third. Chosen Spot Radio, 5:08 left to play. 1st and 10 from the 10. Handoff right up the gut. Looks like about a 6-yard gain for Canandaigua. Del Forty once again on the carry, bet by a host of Titans. A Titanic tackle. I know it was weak and lame. John Johnson, legend. Dude's been here forever. Been around a long time. Coached just about every sport there is to coach. Very, very fortunate to have him at halftime to be able to talk with us. 4:24 left to play here. Here is the handoff once again to Del Forty, trying to make room, gets to the edge, and he's going to get forced out of bounds by number 13, Sotomayor for Arcadia, but not before Canandaigua picks up the first down. So Canandaigua going to the ground and pound now. Galassi in, Dominic Galassi in at quarterback. Number 24, who again I think is Tunori. I could be wrong. Not sure. I'm just going to go with number 24. I'll look one more time at my roster. He's not on the top side. He's not down on the bottom side. Let's see if I have him written on my handwritten roster. 3:37 clock continues to run. Del Forty with the carry off to the left-hand side. He's going to pick up a handful of yards. Picks up a couple. It's Elijah Nix, man. It's Elijah Nix. Yep, have it on my handwritten, bro. It's Elijah Nix. I'm going to have to go to the handwritten. 24 is Elijah Nix. There you go. Now Nix is going to come out here on the near side, right along the numbers, wide out on the right-hand side. 2nd and 7 from the 27 for Canandaigua with 3:05 left to play in the third, leading handily. So Arcadia finally able to get rid of that bagel, and you can see they're playing with a little more energy, a little more pep, a little more purpose. And there's nothing that brings that on better or more than a score. Everybody in the box, handoff, Del Forty, dig in, gets across the 30 to the 31-yard line. I'm going to call it tackled by Xavier Smith. Smith on the tackle third, and I'm going to call that 4. 2:25 left to play. Canandaigua up handily again. Both teams reset their timeouts. Both teams with 3. 2:20. Nice to see everybody listening on Chosen Spot Radio, as well as the simulcast on the Canandaigua School District YouTube channel. This place is packed. Del Forty carry off left-hand side, right up the gut. He's going to pick up the first down and get up to the 40-yard line of Canandaigua. So Canandaigua now just in call-off-the-dog mode here. They don't want to, they don't need to run it up. They don't need to go to the air. And, I'll tell you, that was a really nice touchdown pass from Shinitsky to Moore, though. That was really nice, that 30-yarder that finally got rid of that bagel off the board. Bagel is more of a lacrosse term for a 0. Now, usually in football and other sports, you call it a donut or something like that. But a bagel is pretty much, both of them are bad for me. One is loaded with carbs, the other has too much sugar. Here is the handoff left-hand side. We've got a flag on the play. Usually inside a scrum like that, you're going to see a hold. So I am going to prognosticate that that's going to go against Canandaigua and be a hold. Here is the official about to come over and make the signal, and it is a hold against Canandaigua. So with 1:16 left to play here in the third, Canandaigua up handily. That'll push Canandaigua back 10 yards. It'll bring up 1st and 20. They'll set the ball right at the 25-yard line. No, 20, let's see, 28, okay. Should be 2nd and 20. clock once again running. Or I should say first. Well, they're going to call it first and 22. Final minute of play here in the third. Third quarter always goes faster than the first and the second. No doubt about that. At first and second, when you get a team that's scoring a lot, it takes up a lot of clock. So a couple yards there, gain for Canandaigua. Sotomayor on the stop for Greece Arcadia. Beautiful night for football out here. Beautiful. I don't know, what would you call it, about 50 degrees out here, Greg?
Very nice.
25, yep, no rain, no precipitation. Here is the direct snap to Del Forte, and he's going to hand off to Galassi. And Galassi's only going to make it back to the line of scrimmage. And that'll end the third quarter. So at the end of the third quarter, the score 48-6, Canandaigua over Arcadia. We're going to stop. Chiropractic care is a great addition to any wellness regimen. All right, here we go, fans. Back at it. Final frame. Now, I was talking about that being perhaps Canandaigua's highest points tally at the half. It matched the 42 points that they had at the half last week against Greece Olympia Odyssey, the Griffins. So for 2 straight weeks now, Canandaigua with 42. They also had 41. Who'd they have 41 against? I can't remember who that was. I was just looking. Against Brockport. Against Brockport, the only team thus far all season able to score on Canandaigua to rack up any points in the first half. So Canandaigua about to punt for the first time after a 4th and 17 here, and they are going to get it away. And that's Elliot Morgan. Nice boot. Going to land up and go out of bounds right around the 42, 43-yard line of Arcadia. So Canandaigua's first punt of the night. It's not a bad one off the left foot of Elliot Morgan. So Greece Arcadia will start off at what looks to be their own 43-yard line, trailing. Let's see if they're able to take advantage of the situation and grab another TD here. Again, one more big shout out to everybody involved. Greg Erlacher on the camera. And he also puts up with me up here, man. He puts up with me busting his chops and just constantly talking for 2 hours. Hand off to the left-hand side, first down yardage, and into Canandaigua down to the 40, looks like 46-yard line. So a nice carry there by McClellan for Greece Arcadia. We do have a Greece Arcadia Titan slow to get up, and he tries to get up. His teammate went to pull him up, and he was unable to. And I'm unable to give you a number.
17 or what, maybe. Does that make sense?
What's that?
Look like 17.
No, that's like a 54. It's like a 54, my dude. So I'm thinking it's and I don't have a 54 on the roster, so I might be wrong there, but 64. So 64 does hop up. Christopher Kelke, I'll tell you, he's been kind of instrumental in, helping Arcadia as much as he possibly can under current circumstances. But speaking of which, let me set the table for you. Canandaigua up handily. 10:34 left to play. 2nd and 1. What do we have? Well, we got first down, 1st and 10. Box says 1st and 10 for Arcadia from the 47. Handoff coming this way. Room to run. He's got one man to beat. And he's going to give him a stiff arm, and he's going to be brought out of bounds. Keegan Jackson once again saving the touchdown. Wow. So from almost midfield, he's going to get down to the 11. 36-yard run there for Rommel Rose. Nice job once again by Jackson to run him down from behind. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 11. So 1st and 10 from the 11. Now Arcadia looking to strike gold here on their 2nd straight possession. They're going to send Moore out wide to the left. He's going to match up one-on-one over there on the far side. Shinitsky hands off to McClement, and McClement is going to get in. Touchdown, 11-yard run for Greece Arcadia. Second straight possession. So McClement is able to put it in, and they're able to get another one. Run to, what did I say, McClement? That was number 2. McClement. That's going to cap off a 57-yard drive. 57-yard drive is good for Arcadia. Here's Shinitsky. He's in to kick the extra point. Here's the hold. It's down, it's up, and man, that was, what was it? No good? Oh, it's no good. It's no good. So, second straight for Arcadia, third straight for the game. So, with 9:34 left to play, it's now 48-12.
Brought to you by Victory Honda.
48-12. You're listening to Canandaigua Braves football here on the station for Braves Nation, Chosen Spot Radio. All right, here we go, man. Capping off a big 57-yard drive. Here the ball fielded by Canandaigua at the 22. Brady Camella, he's going to down it at the 30-yard line. So Brady Camella is going to down it because I'll tell you what, if he took off on the left-hand side, he was going to the house. He had all kinds of room to run over here on the left-hand side. So out of respect for their opponent, they are going to, kneel it, or I should say knee it, at the 30-yard line with 9:32 left to play. All right, so wait a minute here. I don't know where. No, that's Greece Arcadia. Okay, Canandaigua minus 30. Handoff up the middle. And almost going to pick up the first down is Del Forte. Had some good blocking out in front of him. Really good job of downfield blocking by C.J. Winkler, the 6', 233 junior. Clock continues to run, 8:50 left to play here in the final frame. .835 left to play. Canandaigua, 2nd and 2. Handoff right-hand side. Del Forte, now the workhorse here for Canandaigua, and he's just going to keep those legs pumping. He picks up the first down, and then an extra 5 yards. Comes up short of midfield, but he's going to get to the Canandaigua 48, so it'll be 1st and 10 for the Braves from the 48. Also a shout out to first responders in the house, all of our supervisors, security. We've got cops up here. We've got the police department. We've got ambulance. Yeah, 7:45 left to play here. Del Forte once again following blockers up the gut. It's just it's a gathering. Everybody. That's pretty wild watching almost 22 guys going in the same direction at the same time, all in the same area. Lucas Del Forte is an animal right now. That dude is carrying the load for Canandaigua here in the second half. So with 7:20 left to play, it'll be 1st and 10 for Canandaigua from the Arcadia 38-yard line. Back on the air next Friday when Canandaigua plays Spencerport. Man, that's going to be a big one. Also in action tonight in Class A2, Spencerport at Athena, East Ridge at Olympia Odyssey, and East at Brockport. Canandaigua number 3 in the state. Arcadia next plays winless Olympia Odyssey next Thursday. Spencerport and East are tied based on 26 sectional points. And Canandaigua trails with 24, and then Arcadia 4th with 23. 2nd and 10 for Canandaigua. Elijah Nix on the near side along the numbers on the left. Out wide on the far side, Jaden Winkler. Galassi in the pistol. He's going to hand off to Del Forty. Del Forty switches hands. He's going to pick up, I believe, close. He's real close to the first down. Nope, they're going to mark it a yard short. They're going to mark it a yard short at the 24-yard line. That'll bring up, third and 1. Boy, I'll tell you, who do I name as the Kicks on Main player of the game today? Whew, man, oh man. All right, I have a good idea. I have a good idea who it's going to be. He scored a touchdown, and he's doing a lot of the work right now for Canandaigua here in the second half. Handoff to Del Forty, and Del Forty is going to pick up the first down and almost make it inside the red zone. So this year, what I've done this year is something I don't usually do. I am going to try and give the player of the game to somebody different every week. We've had 4 guys so far. We've had Morgan, Camella, Boldrin, and Grant. And I think today I'm going to name the Kicks on Main Street player of the game. He scored a touchdown, and now he's gotten just about every single carry here in the second half. Number 17, Lucas Del Forty, 6'1", 142 sophomore, is going to be my Kicks on Main player of the game. Greg, can you go wrong with that one? Is that a good pick?
He's been a workhorse.
Yeah, he's been a workhorse here in the second half, no doubt. No doubt. Canandaigua gets the ball down to the 15. Del Forty again picking up a handful. 1st and 10, Canandaigua from the 15-yard line.
Yeah, this is huge for them to control the ball and the clock.
It is. As Greg is alluding to right now, it is big for Canandaigua to be able to have their twos, that little bit of depth in and control the ball, control the clock. And Lucas Del Forty, it's all pretty much been off of his shoulders as far as touch-wise, getting the ball-wise. The front line and the blocking. Galassi doing a great job on the handoff right there. He had to climb the ladder to get that high snap. So as I say that, Del Forty's going to get swarmed in the backfield, led by number 76, who is Christopher Johnson, an 88, who I do not have. Was it an 88 or an 89? I'm going to say it was an 89, which would make it Brandon McPhee. So big shout out to Terry. Terry down in North Carolina. She doesn't have anybody playing. Her boys are playing college ball, but she is one of our more consistent and solid listeners. And I'll tell you what, fans, if you want to help us out, you can do as such. PayPal.me/ChosenSpotRadio. Here it is. Hand off to Del Forty again. It's the Luke Del Forty show here in the second half. He gets the carry, not a lot of yardage. It'll bring up 4th and looks like 7. So it'll bring up 4th and 7, brought down by a host of Titans on that play. So Canandaigua going to use up as much time as they can. Their play clock is at 25. The game clock is at 2:40. So plenty of time for Canandaigua to just run that clock down as far as they can. Look at Brady Camella's younger brother wearing his number 22 jersey. That's cool. 2:30 left to play. Canandaigua going to improve to 5-0. Del Forty one more time, room to run around the right side. He's going to head, and he gets in. 18-yard scamper for Canandaigua. 18-yard scamper for Canandaigua, capping off a 70-yard drive with 2:21 left to play. It's all good. A hit off the doink. Here it is, line drive, and this one is wide left as well. So Platten pulls it left. He's 0 for 2. 54-12 with 2:21 left to play. 2:21 left to play. That is Del Forty's second of the game, his 3rd on the season. Boldrin once again, no interceptions on the day. 1, 2, 3 touchdown passes. I believe that's 12 on the season. I'll double check. Fielded at the 12-yard line by Rowe. And Rowe is going to be met right around the 30-yard line by Eric Platten, the kicker. And Platten is going to force him out of bounds. So Greece Arcadia, with 2:10 left to play, is going to set up shop at their own 38-yard line. So 1st and 10 for Greece Arcadia at their own 38. So Canandaigua continues their winning ways. They improve to 5-0, and they hand the Arcadia Titans their second loss of the season.
Friday, October 8th.
3rd and 2, October 8th, right here again
Rangers.
on Chosen Spot Radio and the Canandaigua School District YouTube channel. Going to take on that double wing T of Spencerport, also unbeaten. Oh, what a beautiful pass play. Beautiful pass play from Rowe. 62 yards. 62-yard pass play. It's good. Shinitsky to Rose. 62 yards. Man, that's what you call striking quick. 62 yards. Switching pens.
From number 13, Joseph.
Pass to number 1.
Was from 14.
62 yards. 1:55 left to play. And looks like they're going to go for the 2. Going to go for the 2 to get to 20. All right, let's go, Arcadia. Let's see if you can dump in this here deuce to get to the 20. 1:55. Shinitsky looking. Has a man in the corner. And Moore wanted that ball real bad. Moore wanted it, didn't get it. So the PAT, the 2-point conversion, no good, makes it Canandaigua 54, Greece Arcadia 18 with $1:55 left to play. Cheese needed a little more garlic. Just a little bit. Here's a squib kick going to be fielded by Canandaigua right around the 22, 23-yard line. I believe that was the sure-handed Brady Camella one more time. Going to scoop that bad boy up so Canandaigua will set up shop. Little deep in their own territory. We've seen a lot deeper. Oh, they're going to set up right at the 25-yard line. So TD, man, 62. Canandaigua minus 25, and Canandaigua in the victory formation. They're just going to drop a knee here, and I don't see any reason for Arcadia to call timeouts. I mean, with $1:30 left, there's no way they can make the comeback. So I would think they're just going to let that bad boy run out here. And Canandaigua does take a knee, and that resets the play clock at 40. And the game clock runs down to $1:15. So once again, your kicks on main player of the game, 2 rushing touchdowns, and was just a workhorse, a veritable workhorse, a Clydesdale for Canandaigua here in the second half. Luke Del Forte. As I said, Canandaigua will improve to 5-0 and drop Greece Arcadia to 3-2. Again, Canandaigua playing Spencerport. Now, I don't know. I haven't gotten any report on whether Spencerport won or not. But coming into tonight, 4-0, sitting atop the Class A2 standings. Outstanding game played by Canandaigua. Outstanding coaching job by Jeff Welch and his crew. Greece Arcadia, hold your heads high. There's no shame in getting beat up by these Canandaigua Braves. None. You in fact didn't give up. You got 18 points. So let's see, what is the largest amount that Canandaigua has given up? Now they gave up 21 against Brockport. So their second highest amount of points that they have given up here against an opposing team. Elliot Morgan with 3 touchdowns. Brady Camella with a couple touchdowns.